Welcome to the channel. So it's still bank holiday weekend. I decided not to stay at the canal tomorrow. I didn't want to rush the camps, and there's a couple of things that I wasn't very keen on the camper Taiwan. I mean, the camp went absolutely great. You know, it was a lovely stay over, but there was just a couple of things that I wasn't too keen on. The main one being the fact that because I can be so messy when cooking and eating, I did drop quite a bit of stuff on the wooden part of the floor. So what I want to try and do today is I want to try and get it laminated. I'm going to take everything that I took with me out of the van. Most of it is out. It's just the things like the mattress and bits like that. So I'm going to put it that way. I'm going to store it in the house because the covers are off now, so I don't want it to get mouldy. And I'm going to take it from there, see how the day goes. So again, it's not new for me. I've not fitted lino before. You'd never guess, would you, from the way I cut it. But it's in the van. I know it's the right width. I've triple checked the measurements, so I double checked them once in the van and then again in the van, and then I measured that out 195 on the floor, and then I checked it. Measured, obviously I marked it out, and then I checked it, and then I checked it again. So as you can tell, maths is my strong point because that's a triple check, even though I checked it 5 times. There we are, that's all cut out now, so quite happy with it. There's a couple of areas where I've just cut a mil or two too far away from the edging, but nothing serious. Just got to go around the edges by the doors, the sliding doors, and just trim it away now, and then I can glue it down. But first of all, I'm going to have some lunch. That's better. Just had lunch. So I'm all ready to get going now. Just going to trim the edges by the doors and the sliding doors either side. And then once I've done that, I'm going to shut the doors and glue it into place. Let's get on with it. So today I'm going to carry on with my kitchen unit. I'm going to try and put the sides up. I've been a little bit undecided about what I'm going to do with them. I've gone from everything from just putting board on it to covering it with, the veneer type stuff. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick with the natural tongue and groove. So that always looks pretty good. So I'm going to crack on with that. I've got enough to do possibly 2 sides, hopefully. But I'm a little bit stuck on what to do with the front of it, because obviously you've got screw heads and little cuts and things like that. So what I might do is the little offcuts that I get, I might cut them small and carry on along those longer pieces, just to make it all look in union. The other thing I can do with that is I can raise it up a little bit from the shelf just to stop stuff from falling out, in theory. One thing I haven't done for a long time is update my van build list, and there's quite a bit I can knock off. So I've filled the holes in the floor. It's vapor wrapped apart from the one door. It's also insulated, fitted the new floor, fitted the lino, and that's about it at the moment. But the list is looking good. I'm quite happy with that. So I realise that I've had it for 10-12 weeks. I probably started it about 8 to 10 weeks ago, and although it's not finished, I'm literally only doing it possibly half a day a week. Plus I'm trying to get some camps in as well lately. So it's slow progress, but slowly catch your monkey, as they say. So I was hoping to be able to cut the wood in the jig, only because it obviously gives a nice cut, a nice straight cut. But it's just that fraction too wide to fit in, and I don't want to force it in because the plywood it's not very thick, it's not very strong as it is. So what I've done is I put it on my table. I've marked it out. I've got 2 sheets on there. I've clamped them both together, so I've used a bit of wood just to make sure that they're butted up the same and they're all level. So I can't decide whether to cut them with a saw or use the jigsaw. I think the jigsaw might be easier, only because the back and forth movement, especially seeing as it's going into the grooves, I'm just concerned that it's going to move the wood. So I might use the jigsaw, I think. Just had a little panic on. I picked the wrong pieces up to measure against the unit, and yeah, it was short. I thought, oh, but no, I picked the wrong one up. So let's make sure these ones fit. That's pretty cool. Right, so I got the first side cut and it all looks okay. The only issue I had was typically there was just that much space for the last panel, so I've had to cut it, which I kind of thought I might do. Originally it was half of this length, but what I thought was because the worktop will come up to at least here, maybe a little bit further, I can overhang this one a little bit and then give it a little bit more strength. I've kind of tried to save the wood rather than waste it, so I have had to make a small cut, but it is what it is. I'm sure it'll be fine. I was going to try and use this right angle stuff because it was actually the right width to cover it up, but the problem with that is what to do on this part, because obviously it would sit like so, and I didn't have enough, so it would have meant buying more. So it seems pointless to buy, because it comes in 2 meter lengths. It seemed pointless buying like 12 foot worth of wood for sort of like 2 foot. So I didn't bother. Yeah, so the one panel's done. It's all been cut and screwed down. I've not sanded it yet. Put a little bit of glue in there to hopefully keep it in place. One thing I'm going to do here before I put the top on, which I haven't bought yet, is I'm going to put a 12 volt supply there. It's the one from the van, so it's the van battery one, not my power pack one. It was already installed in the original trim, but I'm going to use the wires because I thought, well, I could use it to charge up the power pack or the phone or cameras or anything as and when I'm driving. So I think that'll be quite handy. Right, it's time to get serious. I'm just going to sand down the side, and yeah, I'm going to see if I can get the other one done. Even if I just cut the other one, then see how far we get with it. Oh, there we are. That's that done. So I've done the side. I've also done the main part as well. Just giving it a quick go over. I'm not sure whether I'm going to varnish or paint it, to be honest with you. Painting is probably not the cleverest of idea. Only because from what I can understand, if you get a lot of condensation in a van, which you would get from people sleeping in it, normal paint comes off. So I think you need to use specialist paint. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Is it bathroom paint or is it like marine paint? Just let me know if there's a particular type you need. How's it going? It's been a good day today. I'm just about to wrap up. I thought I'd show you. I've just put on the panel for the other side. I've not sanded it down yet, so it's not totally finished. But it's on there. It's ready to get sanded. So yeah, I've got a fair bit done. That's both sides. I've got the covers on. So on this unit now, before I can put the top on, I've got a shelf in the back end to put on, and then the worktop. The worktop can go on. I think I'm just going to use a bit of board. I've not got any here the right thickness, but I'm just going to use a bit of board and probably buy some veneer, to put over the top of it and wrap it with. So yeah, that's good. So that'll be in a minute. In fact, I keep saying this because we're in Wales. It'll be now in a minute. Welcome back. So last week I went out and bought some vinyl for the worktop. I went for like a marbly effect. I was going to get it online. It worked out between sort of like 12 and 24 quid. I went to B&Q and they had it for £7.99, I think. So I've got that. I've got some board as well. It's only a narrow unit, so I've not gone particularly thick. I think that's sort of like 5 or 6 mil. But I think it'll do it. I'll probably put a couple of braces in, just to keep it okay. But I think it'll be fine. So what we're going to use is I'm going to measure it out. I'll put the unit in the van again, make sure that it sits flush with the side of the van, and then after that cut the board, wrap it, and then I'm going to fit it with, you know, those plastic blocks. I'm going to fit the blocks to the unit so that when I unscrew it, I just got one screw per block. I'll probably put one either side, one either end, and then a couple widthways. So that should be fine. Let's get on with it. I'm getting there. Making good progress. Got the cut. Got a little bit of a gap at the back. But obviously there's carpeting going to go on there anyway. But I have a plan. I have a cunning little plan, which will be revealed in a later video. Right, that's all I've got time for today, but I'm really pleased with that. It's only been maybe 2 hours. But the worktop is all cut out. I've got a plan I've got a tiny gap at the back of it, at the deepest part of the panel. So I know what I'm doing with that. But I got things to do now. So hopefully, now in a minute, you will see the vinyl covering going onto the unit top. So a couple of days later, so I've got 5-10 minutes, maybe a little bit longer. I'm going to see if I can get the laminate on the board for the kitchen worktop. Probably just sand the edges down first of all, and then see how we get on from there. here because it's got 25 minutes on now. But just as an update, I have I've got the shelves in now. I've got the back panel on. I've put the side panel on. Side panel I'm not particularly happy with, only because the way I built it, I'm struggling to find a way of supporting it down the bottom. So I think I'm just going to have to suck it up and put a piece of wood going along so that I can nail it into it. But let me see if I can show you. I don't know what the light's going to be like. So there's one shelf. I've got the supports in so that I can screw the top in from beneath. There's the side one. I've got hooks on. Those hooks, believe it or not, are the only thing holding it in place at the moment. See, I'm not entirely happy with it, but it'll do for now. And that one's got the back panel on as well. So yeah, that's all good. What was I going to say? Yeah, so there's still stuff in the van from Friday night's camp, so I'm going to have to take that out. Once that's out, I will probably tomorrow put this in situ, and then try and work out a way of securing it to the van. What I'm thinking of is possibly some wooden blocks to go around the two of the legs, and then some either screw them into place from there, or some kind of clip, and then something on the back panel as well. I want to try and make it so that I can remove the panel if I need to. That's the plan anyway. Whether it happens or not, we have to wait and see, won't we? But anyway, give a video a like and a comment. I know it's been a long one, I do apologise. And I will catch you in the next video, which will probably be my camp on the canal, which is good because it includes all the things I love. The canal, camping in the DD, squirrels and kayaking. So keep an eye out for that. That'll be out probably in 2 weeks time. Take care. Bye now.